History behind the Queen's Bearing Ruby Necklace. The Queen's Bearing Ruby Necklace is a striking and historic piece that has accompanied the late Queen Elizabeth II through decades of her reign. Crafted with elegance and symbolic power, this necklace is composed of 18 clusters of rubies and diamonds, all leading to a central element adorned with 3 flat-cut rubies. Each ruby cluster is surrounded by brilliant cut diamonds, adding a unique sparkle and charm to the piece. These 3 rubies, which now serve as the focal point of the necklace, were originally part of a pair of earrings and a pendant. The necklace quickly became a go-to piece for state events and high-profile visits, consistently adding a dash of glamour and royal elegance. In the early 1970s, Queen Elizabeth commissioned the famous Burmese ruby tiara, a piece designed to complement the red stones in her growing collection. She wore the Bearing Ruby Necklace and the Burmese ruby tiara together for the first time during a state visit to Japan in 1975. The pairing was memorable and set the tone for the Queen's preferred ruby ensemble. The duo made a reappearance during the Queen's Silver Jubilee Gala at Covent Garden in 1977, celebrating her 25 years on the throne, as well as on subsequent Silver Jubilee tours around the Commonwealth. Throughout the 1970s and 1980s, the Queen paired the Bearing Ruby Necklace with the Burmese ruby tiara, and sometimes the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara. These combinations became her signature look at important events, particularly during diplomatic engagements. For example, during the British state visit to France in 1972, the Queen dazzled in the Bearing Ruby Necklace, setting a precedent for its use in future international settings. Similar appearances followed, such as the British state visits to Denmark in 1979, Sweden in 1983, and China in 1986. In addition to these landmark visits, the necklace was often seen at the state openings of Parliament in 1974. As the years went on, the Bearing Ruby Necklace remained a favorite in the Queen's jewelry box. Even in the 2000s, Queen Elizabeth continued to wear it, often with the Burmese ruby tiara for grand occasions. One of the necklace's notable appearances in this period was in 2005, when the Queen wore it with Queen Victoria's Oriental Circlet tiara during another visit to Malta. This pairing highlighted the connection between the necklace and the monarchy's legacy, adding a touch of historical resonance to the Queen's attire. In her later years, Queen Elizabeth II began wearing the Crown Ruby Parure more frequently instead of the Bearing Ruby Necklace. This shift reflected both her evolving style and perhaps a desire to bring other historic pieces into the spotlight. The Bearing Ruby Necklace symbolizes not just beauty and elegance, but also the Queen's long-lasting dedication to the monarchy, her sense of style, and her careful stewardship of the royal jewels.